In interviews and real coding, you are often asked to solve the same task in different ways. So today let us put while and do while loops in action. Good day and welcome to VSH Tech Studies. Whether you are a beginner or brushing up on coding for placements, this video is for you. Let's start the session. In today's session, we'll implement a C program to generate following output. The first one to print from 0 to 100 with space in between. Next, printing only even numbers. Next, only odd numbers. Then only 5's multiples. This we'll do first using while loop. Next using do while loop. Okay. Here in the problem, it is specified that we have to do implementation using while loop, then do while loop. So suppose if it is not specified this way, we'll have to observe the output carefully and decide which programming construct we have to use. Whether loops or conditional statements or both or any other construct like switch case and so on. So if you observe output 1 here, the number printing we have to start from 0. After printing leave the space, then increment the number so that next number is printed. Okay. So this printing, leaving the space and incrementing the number, it has to be repeated till the number is 100. So when repetition is there, we'll have to go for loops. That is first point. If you observe output 2, 3 and 4, printing has to be done only the number if it is even or odd or 5's multiple. Then extra logic is required to check for the condition whether the number is even or odd or multiple of 5. So here only looping, in other 3 cases, looping plus conditional statement that is required. So for conditional checking here, we'll go for if statement. With this small thought on logic, we'll go for implementation. I'll be using Dev C++ IDE, any IDE you can use or even online C compiler too. Let's go to implementation. Okay. To start implementation, first double click on Dev C++ IDE. When it opens, click on File, then New, then Source File. This is where we can type the program. Next, type all these lines. So this first line is optional, which is comment line. Here we can write the heading for the program and explain what the program is all about. So remaining lines are compulsory. So this is preprocessor directive. Here stdio.h header file is included. Suppose if you want to use any input output function, then we have to include this because we are using printf statement next in the program to print the numbers on the monitor. We have included stdio.h header file. Next, int main. This is the start of main function. From this line only execution always starts. So this is main function begin. This is end of main function. And return 0 is the last statement in every C program which indicates end of program. So this is exactly where we have to write the code. Okay. So the first statement we write here, declaration statement, int space I equal to 0 semicolon. So with this a memory location by name I is reserved, in that 0 is stored. Okay. Next, printing, leaving the space and incrementing must be repeated. It is specified that we have to implement using while loop. So while within brackets, then loop body starts and ends. Within that, we'll make space to write the statements. So while loop starts here, this is start of loop body, end of loop body. So inside brackets, I value must be checked. Is I less than or equal to 100? If it is true only, the program flow control will come inside. Then it must be printed. For that printf statement we have to use printf within brackets, within double quotes. I value means percentage %d because it is integer type. So percentage %d is the format specifier for integer type. Outside double quotes after comma, from where it has to be substituted, from memory location I. So then end of statement semicolon. So this statement will print I value. Then space has to be left. So you give space. It is also a character here. After printing I, space is printed. So both the jobs are over now. Then in next line, I value must be incremented. So this is increment operator here, plus plus. So I was 0 here, then while loop starts here. I means 0 less than or equal to 100, it is true. Hence inside this loop body, program flow control comes here. I value is substituted, so 0 is substituted. It is printed on the monitor, space is left. Then the control comes to next line. I value is incremented. It was 0, now it is made 1. So we don't need this line. We'll remove this. Even if it is there, it is not an error. So only two statements now. So now loop end body means it will go back. The control will come again back to while loop. I had was made here 1. So is 1 less than or equal to 100? Yes. Then control comes here. So 1 is printed on the monitor. Then space is left. Then I is made 2. So end of loop body. The control comes here. Because 2 is less than or equal to 100, the control goes inside the loop body. So 2 is printed, space is left. Then I value incremented means it is made 3. So this kind of repetition will be continued till I becomes say 100. So after printing 99 here, space is left. Then this I is made 100. 99 when incremented by 1, it becomes 100. Then loop control goes back to while loop. Is 100 less than or equal to 100? True. Hence control comes here. So I value is substituted means 100 is substituted here. 100 is printed on the monitor. Space is left. Next, I value incremented means it was 100, now it is made 101. Next, end of loop body, the control goes back to while loop. Then I value is it less than or equal to 100? Means 101 it had become here. So is 101 less than or equal to 100? No, the condition is false now. So hence the control will not go inside the loop body, it goes out of the loop body means so loop end is here. So after that which statement comes that will be executed. So here return 0 means end of program. So the program execution will be over. Okay. Now after typing the program we'll have to save the program. Press Ctrl S button on the keyboard. So where you want to save in whichever drive you can move there. Then you give the name. I will give the name CPR. C programs, the extension should be .c. So star.c here, you choose that. Then if you observe here, after pressing save button, this untitled one will become what name we give with extension .c. It will be displayed here. So save means this our program is saved in the memory by name CPR and the extension is .c. Means this is a C program. So after saving, execute, compile. So here you observe errors are not there. Okay, because see here it is printed errors 0. Then execute, run. So you can observe the output is from 0 to 100 being printed. So after printing every number, space is left. Okay. So output 1 implementation is over. That is printing from 0 to 100 with space in between. So now only even numbers are to be printed. So when control comes inside after checking whether I is within the range yes or no, here extra logic will have to implement. That is check I whether it is even yes or no. For that the if statement, if within bracket I value, so then mod operator 2 means when I is divided by 2 whether the remainder is equal to 0. So this is comparison operator. This is checking after dividing I by 2 mod means is the remainder. Is it equal to 0? If it is true then this will be executed now. Okay. So we leave the margin just for clarity here. It is not mandatory. So this one statement is related to this if now. This is true block. Means if this condition is true, this will be executed. Otherwise, the control from here, it will be shifted to this. It will skip this. Okay. So control S after modification will have to save the changes. Then again execute, compile, execute, run. So you can observe 0 to 100 being printed, but only even numbers. Okay. Now if you want odd numbers, the remainder if it is 1. So 3 divided by 2, the remainder is 1. 5 divided by 2, the remainder is 1. Any number after division, if remainder is 1, then it is an odd number. Okay. So Control S to save the changes, execute, compile, execute, run. So you can see here only odd numbers are being printed. Okay. Next, after dividing by 5, mod operator if it gives 0, then it will be multiple of 5. So every time it will be checked. So Control S to save, execute, compile, execute, run. So now we have 0 to 100, but only 5 multiples are being printed. Okay. So this is how we can use while loop for implementation of given problem in C. Okay. Next we shall see to do while loop. For do while loop, we'll modify the same program. This while we will take, we'll cut this after selecting Control X. Here you paste it, Control V. So it is pasted. Then semicolon. Then do you will have to give here. So this is do while loop. How many loops we have written? Only one. Do while. This is loop start. This is loop end. Okay. Inside that, if this one statement, then I incrementing second statement. Two statements are there. But to print 0 to 100, this checking is not required. So we'll remove this. Okay. We'll have only this printf. Only two statements. So when control comes inside, I was 0, I is print, that 0 is printed because from I 0 is substituted, space is left, then that I is incremented, so it becomes 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 100? Yes, then it goes back again do, it comes inside, so 1 is printed, that 1 is incremented, it is made 2, so I is 2 now. Is I less than or equal to 100? Yes, then again it goes back printing, leaving the space, incrementing, checking the condition. This is repeated. So when last number, when 100 is printed, space is left. Next time I is incremented means it is made 101. Okay. So now I less than or equal to 100, it fails. It is false now. 101 is not less than or equal to 100. So control will not go back to do while loop. It goes out means it goes to next statement. So end of program. So the program execution will be over. Okay. Control S to save the changes. Execute, compile, execute, run. So you can observe 0 to 100 being printed with space in between. Okay, all the numbers are printed. Okay, now the same logic, that is for even numbers. Here same logic, if I mod 2 equal to 0, then it will be even number. So just for clarity, leave the margin here. Control S to save, execute, compile, execute, run. You can see only even numbers are printed. Okay. So if the remainder is 1, the number will be odd. So Control S to save, execute, compile, execute, run. So only odd numbers are printed from 0 to 100. Next, 5's multiple if you want, I mod 5 means after dividing 5, if remainder is 0, then it will be multiple of 5. So Control S to save, execute, compile, execute, run. So 5's multiples are printed on the monitor. Okay. I hope you understood. That's how while and do while loops work in C. These basics are key for any coding interviews. And remember, mastering loops is the gateway to DSA. Drop your comments or queries below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to VSH Tech Studies for more such C programming sessions and Tech Plus motivation. Keep coding, keep practicing. Only by doing one can learn any programming language. Thanks for watching. See you in the next session.